All right, so here we are. We're in the wild card, and we're about to take on our opponent. And all right, so let's go ahead and we'll make it the same deck as our opponent, and do see who is the best strategy player. All right, so I'm willing to bet it's on me, but I have lost before. I'll be the first to admit it, but we learn from our mistakes here at a wild card to play the earn game. And right next turn, we will actually see some of the ways that you can make some wild card token and increase the value of your smart NFTs. Okay, so again, we got to kind of compare the top left of our cards here to the mana bar here. And but right now we don't have any ones. But it looks like our next one could be a two right here with our Prince of Million. It does buff itself, so that's kind of a good thing short term. Usually you want to play it when we have more cards on the field, but there's a chance that our opponent doesn't have a low level card right now, but we can't just guarantee that just yet. But if they do play one, it's probably going to sleep, although it is not guaranteed. All right, so here we go. Looks like we have 3 mana here, so let's go ahead and play fish light here. Not only will it increase the attack of ourselves and our pretzel here, but if our opponent decides to attack us, then our crystal's health will actually go up. We do have to attack that decoy here. See, normally we can attack our crystal or anything, or we can't even attack our pretzel million on our opponent's side of the field, but we can attack this bottom corner here, and as attack and defense of 2 right now. So one more attack, it should be taken out pretty easily. But we have to end our turn because remember, most of our cards do sleep on the first turn. And here we go. Looks like our pretzel million is attacking. This is good for us actually, because check out this crystal health. It started off at 23, but what is it now? It is 25 after both of them attack us, and they took out themselves. That's like we got extremely lucky there. All right, so let's go ahead and play another guardian. Why not? It's like we're doing pretty good. And then we'll go ahead and play spinach here. We'll make our pretzels attack up to 6 there. And there we have it. We're already in the ahead by quite a bit there. But remember, this game here is going to change very quickly. Up there we have it. We have another decoy there. So, like I said, this game can change very quickly. All right. So what we will do is we're going to go ahead and play our aerial card here. Try. Remember, try could go over a decoy here, but it's sleeping on the first turn. So in order to kind of prevent the turret from being attacked from anything, we're going to go ahead and play a decoy here. Although we got that our opponent's turret as well, so we got to kind of attack that if we can, but we can't right now. So in the meantime, we will actually attack our opponent's backup packet here. It won't necessarily kill it, but if it attacks anything, then we are good. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play it the weird way. We're not. Well, actually, it won't work. We're gonna go ahead and play attack. It's like I was thinking if they got rid of our decoy here and attacked us, then we'd be good. But it's still good. We're gonna still come out ahead here. All right. Looks like our opponent attack increased its turret's defense by 3, which is pretty smart, especially for an aerial card there. But it wasn't enough for our number one frog not to take them out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and play. First of all, we're gonna go ahead and play spinach here. We want to get our turret's attack up there, especially since only a few cards can actually attack it right now. And it looks like playing out back attack would be a smart move right now. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. It's gonna sleep this turn. But meantime, we're gonna go ahead and attack that crystal because we don't want to attack their fish light, even though technically it wouldn't go up. At least I don't think it'll go up. I never actually. I'll try that some other time. But I'm pretty sure if we were to attack that fish light, that its crystal would go up. But that's kind of like a risky move if we attack a guardian. But if we don't do it, someone can actually increase his attack. So it's still a good card, but we're not going to necessarily attack it just yet. All right, so here we are. We have another crystallized Nemo. This is a great card, by the way. I love having that in my deck. And we're gonna go ahead and play. We'll go ahead and play. Let's see. So 7 minus 3. That's 4. We have just enough to play the 2 cards we want to. I'm gonna go ahead and crystallize Nemo, our Albaca Paca here, and just check and see how big of an attack we can get. There we go. We got a 10 right there, and all of a sudden, oh shoot! Did I mess up? Oh, I put it on the wrong one. It's cool. All right, we're still gonna go ahead and attack with our Abakapaka and our Turret. Remember, don't put a card on a Abakapaka or anything else that is sleep on the very first turn. I just didn't see the Z's on that one, which I've been told that those Z's are gonna go make be like a little bit brighter and easier to see. But in the meantime, we only gotta get one more crystal health down on our opponent's side there, and we will be good. All right, so our opponent decided to play a Cappy against the 10 attack Albaca Paca. I'm not going to lie, it's a brave move, but it's just not going to do. In the meantime, we can attack with our 10 attack Albaca Paca now, and wow. There we go. We got kind of lucky, but we are doing it. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the ways that we can make some serious money. So, all right, here we go. So remember, if you're winning battles, if you get $2 per battle, which I'm not saying you will, you might even get more than that as more people join. Um, you can start getting your wildcard token and buy starter decks, which are $30 at our wildcardgame.io, and you'll be making your money back. So pretty quickly, after 15 battles, you got your money back. As long as you win those 15 battles, and you know you will sooner or later. And in the meantime, even if you're not good at the game, you can start renting out cards. And ooh, this is a little bit of a fun fact here. You're renting out cards. You can make it where your cards take damage but level up. Like, so you're asking what does the leveling up have to do with anything? Well, because this is a smart NFT and it levels up, you'll get a little bit of a profit sharing. So any merchandise sold, such as t-shirt, hats, backpacks, any other things that might be sold, you'll get a little bit of profit from that as well. And oh, I forgot to mention, say you're a person that if you rented out a card to someone, say you rented it out to me, and I use it and I win a match. Guess what? You'll actually get a little bit of percentage of the winning from that battle that I won. So it's kind of good to kind of get a person that is good at playing, but there's a pretty you can actually check out the stats on the leaderboard to kind of look and see who you really want to rent a card out to, or you can just take that chance. You know, you don't necessarily, but you can also have it where hey, it doesn't take very much damage. It won't level up as fast, but you know, it kind of keeps a steady pace of working your way up in the levels there. And after the next match, I'll go ahead and explain that condition rating because it's something you kind of want to see a little bit. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and go check out the number 5 here. All right, so those wildcard tokens, which you're getting as you're winning battles or getting from the cards that you're renting out. As the wildcard token price goes up, well, you're making some serious money there as well. And you can there's some things in this game that you can add to your smart NFTs, such as sunglasses and hats and things of that sort, which cost a little bit of a wildcard token, but it'll also give you a more value to your smart NFT a little bit later down the road. So it's like, hey, okay, if it was like evenly distributed, $30 for 30 cards, which is what you get right now. That's like equivalent of one wildcard token per NFT, which is not too shabby. But then you add more wildcard token to it. All right. Later on in the road, that wildcard token might be worth quite a bit more actually. And all of a sudden, having a hat on your smart NFT kind of increases the value of that smart NFT or just by having that hat on it because it's like more tokens into that smart NFT. All right, and by the way, remember that profit sharing I was talking about? Well, let's just say that you're not very good at the game, but you're like leveling up your cards surely, but slowly but surely. But then as long as you get close to 50, you can sell your smart NFT for a little bit of pretty high price there because you can say, hey, it's close to 50. I know you're going to make some money from profit sharing from the merchandise sold. Or you can go ahead and level it up to level 50 and say, hey, the scar's not really necessarily helping out my deck, but it's level 50. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it by selling it to somebody else. I'll pay a and have rent it, sell it for a little bit higher price because I know they can get some um money from profit sharing as well. So hey, if it's a level 50, you could probably sell that smart NFT for a pretty high price there, and it'll also help out the person who is actually trying to get that card because it's going to help them with battling, and then they can rent it out for themselves. And you can also burn cards to get components. And you're like, what does that really mean? So it's like literally a fire. Not exactly, but what you can do is kind of destroy your own card. And I know I can't show it on this pre-alpha. It will be coming a little bit later, but it'll have like a fire, water, and earth. And like one strong against another, and you can kind of change the element of your cards there, and kind of make it where you have like a little bit of even deck because you don't want all fire because if someone has just one water, there's a pretty good chance they can make it through, a good chunk of your cards. All right, so a little bit. Okay, I just gotta remember to actually show you the condition rating. So let's go ahead and get to a game, and I'll show you that. All right, so here we are. We just finished that battle, and let's go ahead and get into another one. All right, and again, I'm sorry it's only a single player for now, everyone. But think of this as a sneak peek on a little bit of strategy, what to do, and everything like that. So that way, when the game does go live, which will be very, very shortly, then you'll have a little bit of an edge going in. All right, so we got ourselves a for rabbit. Ooh, I kind of like this card. Okay, so it only costs 1 mana, and more importantly, it can attack immediately because of that blitz effect. So let's go ahead and attack that crystal directly. And we're like, hey, we're gonna be like all Darth Vader style, and go ahead and attack. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end our turn there because remember we were trying to save this time for in case of a difficult decision later. And we would play cat feet, but we're gonna go ahead and wait and see if all of our cards survive because it's better to play cat feet when there's less or to no Nemots on the field there. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and attack with both our burger dog and our for rabbit here. And I know you might be thinking that hey, there's a lot of burger dogs, but they have different abilities. And since I'm here and I'm showing you already, that top right on the card here, that 9.0, that's actually the condition rating. So that's like a perfect condition card, sort of like having a Babe Ruth card that is like still in the sleeves or something. And it's like that's pretty valuable, especially later on in the different seasons. And this game does have seasons, so right now, if you're listening to this, you could be in season 1 right now as of 5/4/2022. And in that 6 between the two ones there, that is the level. So remember when I was talking about profit sharing, you want to get your level up to level 50 in order to get that profit sharing from any shirts or hats or backpacks or anything else that might be sold. So want to make sure we got that cleared up. And remember, you can always ask questions in our Discord chat from going to wildcardgame.io. And just check out, just click the green verification button. And all of a sudden, your gameplay is going to get wild, as well as your crypto wallet. Yeah, that's right, because we are on the blockchain. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and play Fish Light here and increase the defensive everything. I remember trying to play Fish Slide or anything else that increases the attack or defense of all of your Nemots last or as close as last as possible in order to make the best use of them. Because you don't want to just play it first, then play something else and nothing. The last card played wouldn't get that boost there. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and play our Burger Dog, and theoretically we could take out that caffeine. But it's cool. We'll just go ahead and attack that crystal. It's like it can be get really powerful, but I'm thinking that I probably don't have too much going on in order to bring this attack up. Ooh, and we got kind of lucky there. It attacks a guardian fishlight there. All right. In the meantime, this is actually a pretty good hand right here. Check this out. We got 2 crystallized Nemots and sacrifice for mana. So you know what that means. All right, 1. We're gonna go ahead and attack with our river dog. It's like the weakest attacking we've got. Well, technically, for rabbit and the burger dog are the same, but we're gonna go ahead and use burger dog here. Okay, we're gonna use sacrifice for mana. Remember, it's gonna cost us 1 of this mana right here. All right, and voila! Look at all that mana we just got from that. Then we're gonna be like, all right, let's just show how powerful this card is. We're gonna do it on the 1 attack, 2 health for a rabbit here. Now the health part won't go up, but check this out. We got 6 right there. All right, we're also watching our crystal's health because it does take away from that. But then we're gonna go ahead and play another one. All of a sudden, we got 1 all the way up to an 11, just like that. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and attack with our fish light there. Boom. And all of a sudden, we have just won the game with 50 seconds on the clock. Well, 49 technically, but nearly 50 seconds on the clock. And wow. And that is not the highest attack I've ever had on a Nemot, by the way. You can get the highest one I've ever had is a 16 on number 1 frog. So it is very possible to get high attack on these Nemots here. And I'm like excited to play against people who can bring out the best of any Nemot, kind of learn different strategies from each other. This is like way better than Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh for certain, and we're making money off of it as well. So remember, we just won that match there, so we could have gotten some wild card token, and we could have gotten some components. And oh, by the way, remember I showed you there was a 9.0 on the top right of those cards there? Well, so let's just say your condition rating slowly but surely goes down. Nothing goes up or fast, and as far as that 9.0 condition rating right there. But let's say you lost quite a few battles, or like, man, I no longer have a perfect condition Babe Ruth card. Well, besides just winning and kind of slowly but surely raising your condition rating, you can actually win repair pack. That's right. You can win a repair pack and kind of make it go up a little bit as well. And it's like, well, I know it doesn't show up very often, but you can also get one from the Wildcard Marketplace. That way, it's like, hey, you get one of your favorite cards just as condition rate is going down. It's like, well, let's go ahead and make it valuable again and make it 9.0, or just make it go up a little bit condition rating and try to win with it some more. All right, so I think we'll play a couple more rounds here. Like, we're having fun. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so here we are. Remember, we are kind of looking right away to see if there's anything that costs a 1 mana, or if you don't have anything that's 1 mana, the lowest number you can bring out. In my case, it would be well, technically I could have put out a Burger Dog. I was kind of looking at something else, but it's cool. We'll bring out the Burger Dog, but always look for the lowest cost card on in your hand, especially on the very first turn. Um, but sometimes it's not always smart to play the lowest cost card. Sometimes you want to kind of wait until you have a combo. For example, like say you have you sacrifice for mana on Burger Dog here. Sure, you'll get three, but it's like what if you have like something that costs two and another spinach card, for example. This is neither of those are cards that I'm actually showing. I'm just kind of acting like they're there. So if this was a two and a spinach was a two, well, you might want to wait until you can get enough mana to bring out both of them on the same turn and do some major damage, especially if there's nothing else on your opponent's side of the field. All right, so in the meantime, we did attack with our burger dog, so we're gonna end our turn as quickly as possible. And it looks like our opponent decided to attack us directly. That because Caffey is so powerful. And as remember, if you have a Caffey, you probably want to attack your opponent's crystal, but it is possible just to use Caffey as like using for the sacrifice for mana, or just taking out the majority of the health of any Neebot that might be in your way, especially like a decoy. All right. In the meantime, we will play. Let's go ahead and play a fish light. Ooh, even better. Yeah, we'll play fish light. We haven't seen fish light very often. All right, so we'll play fish light here. We know it's sleep on the first turn. We're going to kind of hope that our opponent attacks it, but if they don't, we're going to see if we can actually increase its attack or defense. One, preferably attack right now, but remember, at some point, you might want to increase the defense of your cards, especially if they are decoy. All right, so it's like, ooh, forgot to end the turn. Always remember, make sure you end the turn. that's uh that's the number one thing in this particular game. Make sure you end the turn. All right, so here we go. We got a Crystal Link card. Let's go ahead and play that. We haven't used that very often as well. I know it's not a decoy to stop us our opponent from attacking our crystal, but I'm thinking we can make that crystal's health quite a bit higher. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and attack our opponent's crystal there. It's like we got 15 on it. Kind of hope that our burger dog survives, but if it doesn't, it'll either take away either of these our opponent's cards there. All right, and we had just enough health there in order to take Cat Feast's attack. And then, in fact, we're going to go ahead and attack with our burger dog there. And we'll see what we can do from there. I think we can do it. Well, let's see here. We'd have a 3 attack there. Okay, it's going to have a little bit lower attack, but we're going to play Cappy. It's like we got to show Cappy some love. And then we will attack with okay, we already attacked with the burger dog. Gotta remember that. We'll attack with the Caffey though. Ooh, this is a perfect example. I'll show you how to use Caffey perfectly right now. All right, so we attack with it because it has the Blitz ability. Then we'll go ahead and use sacrifice for mana there. And this cat is actually helping us out quite a bit because next turn not only will we have a decoy, but have a high attack and a decent defense as well. So that means I'll protect our burger dog from here from attacking, and that's a pretty good trade-off right there. If I do say to myself, there we go. Well, go ahead and bring out another decoy. We don't necessarily have to bring out that one, but I kind of like it a little bit better. It has a little bit better attack and defense, but just for the fun of it, we'll go ahead and bring out Bonaccorn as well. There we go, and does actually increase the defense of the Neebots on your field, so that's pretty good. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and I think we attacked with everything. Yes, we did. Okay, 40 each seconds of the clock. I think we're doing pretty good. We should be able to attack as long as our opponent don't have a decoy to block us, which right now they don't. We have an aerial card and Crystal Link Dog. Don't like the Crystal Link Dog, but because it's our turn next, we're going to go ahead and attack that crystal, and voila! That's 37 seconds on the clock. Oh, we just beat the clock. Wow. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at a few other things before we end our turn here. Okay, so remember this here is an actual NFT in the game. This is a lava lamp. This is my personal one, so you better convince me that you're a good player in order to use it. But I might rent it out once in a while. And in the meantime, remember if you're on the Wildcard Game website, which is wildcardgame.io. Oh, by the way, this is Frozen Fire streaming for Wildcard right now. Then you can go ahead and check out our white paper. It'll be on the top right in the red, and you'll notice there's quite a few things going on. That I mean, there is like 12 pages worth of information going on here, as well as you can find all this information on our. Well, you can find out the information in our Discord. All you gotta do is check out our token FAQs or our game FAQs. And if anything you can't find, do ask in the chat or submit a ticket and we will get to you. Usually it's within 24 hours because some of our experts are around the world and we want to make sure we send you to the right person to get the perfect information for you. We don't want to mislead anybody there. In the meantime, let's check out the ways you can be making the money again. I'm not going to explain as much this time, but we want to make sure that everyone has a chance to see this. And here we go. So remember, you're making money from battles. That's right. So remember, you can battle up the get about 15 times and get some wild card token there, and then you can rent up to 60 cards. Ooh, that's pretty good. So even if you're not good at battling, you can rent out all your cards. I'm like, hey, I'll be the landlord of these Nemots here. All right, and then you can profit share from any of the merchandise sold. So it's like, hey, get your cards leveled up by battling or having someone use your cards from and level them up for you. And remember, you want a perfect conditioned one. So that way you have like the Babe Ruth of all the cards out there. And remember, as you're playing the game, the wild card token price might be just going up, especially as this game becomes more and more popular. So, you know, the more you have of the wild card token, the better off you are. And remember, you can add some of that wild card token to your smart NFT there and give it more value by adding like giving it like sunglasses or a hat or something. And you can sell your smart NFT. Say you have a okay, so you can have a maximum of 109 uh, cards there. It's like, well, I can only rent out 60, but here's what you can do. You can like sell some of those high level ones, especially if they're like level 50 or whatever. It's like, hey, I want to sell all these for low when that are level 50, and I'm still gonna have a lot of them left, but I'm just gonna keep 60 of them and start renting those out. Well, level your cards up, but sell some, buy another deck, and level those up to level 50. Gotta remember level those up, sell them. It's like this is like a continuous process there. All you gotta do is like, literally buy another starter deck each time that you sell some. Ooh, sorry about that. And it's like, wow, you're gonna be like making it a rich here, people. And remember, you can burn your cards for components. Remember, there is a fire, earth, and water ability in this game. I know I didn't get a chance to show it. It probably will be our next beta test as the game progress and makes before public release. In the meantime, I want you to make sure you have a wild day. And remember, this